Is there no intro?
Is there no intro?
So, and boom, the intro hits. I was actually perfect.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to the 250th episode of Markout Mania. I am Pedro Boriquez, Rogue Texan Spaniard, and we have, as always, the extreme, I can't think of what to say.
What?
It's Jim House, James Sorno.
Easy there, killer. You okay? 250th episode. Wow. I just want to let everybody know that no dogs or cats were actually harmed during this 250th episode, so we're good.
That's true. No, none of them were eaten here.
No. So we're good.
But
It's been a good week for the E.
I'm sure ecstasy was very popular this week, James. But we'll have to ask the God of Thunder.
What the fuck are you doing? Crinkling paper?
Sorry.
Look.
Holy shit!
What the fuck is this?
First off, apologies for the introduction, because that made it sound like you do ecstasy, Zeus. That wasn't my intention. That was not my intention. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Good job.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, fun times.
How's that?
Whoa!
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thunder. Zeus
King Dark.
When something done right, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, I guess so.
There we go.
Oh man.
James, Zeus gets his own little jingle on my Twitch streams when
Really? Well, he is super famous, so I would expect nothing less.
Too. What are you talking about? I got my own song.
He's got his own jingle, his own song. I mean, what the hell, man?
Y'all should make James a song.
Oh man.
Y'all, I like that it's like a group. It's y'all. It's like
y'all.
One person.
Ain't it you and Brian?
Are you talking about the AI stuff?
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about it.
Talking about me, like the.
Well, I mean, you could do that too.
Well, because like when Zeus comes in on the streams, I'll do like. It's the God of Thunder.
Oh, he got his own theme song. He has his own walking song. Because he's a sexy boy. He's Zeus.
Oh, no.
Now I'm gonna have to do that in the future, James. He's a sexy boy.
Yeah, look, man, he's right. One of my very extreme, most hated fucking fucking cross-eyed fucking jackass wrestlers of all fucking.
Have we ever talked about like who our least favorite wrestlers are? We probably have, but.
I mean, I'm sure each of us has a handful, right? I mean,
I think we did an episode on the worst wrestlers of all time.
Okay,
yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned our least favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you could throw Shane Douglas in there. Definitely Lex Luger. So I mean, there's a few for each of us, I'm sure.
I think a
No, I'm sorry.
WCW 1991 trading cards version of Arn Anderson is my least favorite because it's just him from
Those cards were
like the side or something with his face
not for
obscured.
nothing, Pedro, but those cards were ass ugly. Those shits were brutal, man.
The WrestleMania action shots weren't a lot better. They were just better lit.
Yeah,
Really?
they were pretty disappointing, I have to say. Like I have a bunch of them, but like from the past. But yeah. Oh look, Brian Bell's in his house, episode 250, and I have Ronnie Garvin being the 250th best NWA champion.
B. Brian Bell, damn, he's the 250 best champ. Somebody said Tyrus is better. I'm just saying.
How NWA champs beat Ric Flair twice in one fucking day?
Wait a second. Did the NWA world title change hands recently?
As a matter of fact, it did.
Yeah, maybe going from bad to worse.
Who is it?
Zeus's boy is the champ.
Zeus's boy.
Zeus's boy, Gottsker, right? Is that your boy?
Tom Latimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, goth skirt.
Yeah, right. He's the new champ. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, man. It could be worse. Come on, man. It could be EC3 still. So, you know.
I mean, EC3 might have more presence than Tom Latimer.
Well, I'll just be happy it's not fucking Trevor Murdoch or Tyrus. So
I mean, the thing about EC3 is he's burnt all the bridges he's ever crossed, and there was a time where he had some fan following and some goodwill behind him, and
that was a long time ago, Zeus.
Right, but it's a steady drop. Fucking Goth Skirt had never had any fucking thing.
That is true.
I mean, like the closest thing you could call to him having any kind of momentum was when he was with Nick Aldis and everybody.
Right.
So him and Brittany Boots was the closest thing that he had to any kind of, anything going on, and that was pretty,
The NWA title lineage gets pretty sad in recent years. You go from Tim Storm, Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes, Nick Aldis, then huge drop, Trevor Murdoch, then Matt Cardona, then Trevor Murdoch, then Tyrus.
I didn't mind Matt Cardona. That's not bad. I mean, he's all right.
Then EC3, then Tom Latimer. I mean, it's just in the but of course they're siphoning gas off of people's cars.
I mean, but okay, if you're the NWA, who else are you going to put the strap on? It's like, is there anybody who could be a viable champion in that organization? I mean, come on.
They obviously don't have a real organization if your fucking talent is stealing gas. Because it's true, right? Like Billy Corgan back with Tompkins, because he's sitting there going, I got to get some money back into this NWA because we don't have any fucking buddy.
They don't have anything. It's brutal.
This is easily the darkest fucking time for the NWA in any shape or form. I mean, it is like, this is worse than the Dennis Carullo bullshit.
Oh, that was brutal too. When does Billy Corgan cut his losses and say, you know what, I've had enough? I mean,
I would accept fucking Dan Severn coming out of retirement to be NWA.
Oh, brutal. If I was Billy Corgan, I would have cut my losses a long time ago. This is bad.
If he wasn't such a, he must be a fucking mark for himself or something. I don't know why. Just let it fucking die.
Yeah, man, because this is horrible. I mean, remember when he announced the whole shit with the territories are coming back again? Oh, and we were like, come on.
Yeah, he got like 2.
Yeah, if that.
I think there was 2. They were like,
2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, so and so is going to be NWA Mid Southwest in
Mid Southwest. Okay.
we're going to have the
Meanwhile,
NWA champion.
Meanwhile, WWE's got 14,000 in Seattle last night for SmackDown. You got to be shitting me.
Right, and
wow.
apparently nobody was on fentanyl. They made all those people stand outside.
Brutal.
Hey,
Dude, that would be something else too. Like, can you imagine like the Pacific Northwest, like Don Owens territory being open now, like fucking trying to fill an arena with fucking fentanyl, fucking zombies and standing around.
Brutal. But they got 14 grand in there last night, and it was rocking. It was the first SmackDown in USA, and the opening match was Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa for the championship in a steel cage, and it was good.
it had Roman Reigns.
I love how like we knew the internet fans were going to turn on Cody, right?
Yeah, it was just a matter of time.
Because they're fickle, they're stupid, whatever. But like he's still got a ton of families. Regular WWE fans just love the shit out of him.
They were loving him last night, Zeus. They were loving him last night, and he bladed. He got color.
The vast majority of everything that we see on Twitter is just a microcosm. It's just a fucking bunch of fucking nothing. It's just like all these fucking people flating Dave fucking Meltzer and shit.
Oh, Jesus. Please. I give Meltzer a 0.7 rating for being Meltzer.
He said most of the 5-star matches from the 80s and 90s wouldn't be any higher than a 4 right now.
Oh my God! This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He just needs to go away.
That Willow versus Botchlander is a better match than Steamboat and fucking Ric Flair.
Willow Botchlander was 4 3/4 stars.
Right.
Insane. It's insane. Twitter. Brian Bell said Twitter wrestling fans are the absolute worst.
And they are.
I will challenge that with the anime fandom are some of the worst of the worst of the worst, worst, but that's a whole other discussion.
Look, man, the people can say what they want about, like the thing that you discussed during the pre-show, Pedro, about the in-ring stuff just being done to a minimum just to advance the story. People could say it's boring in ring, blah blah blah. But if you packing 14 grand for a SmackDown, you're obviously doing something right.
The my deal with that is that it's what if you recall back during the quarantine in 2020 during the lockdowns, I was saying that it was the time for them to re-educate the fans. To get them into a slower, safer style of wrestling, and everyone's like, no, it's you can't put the genie back in the bottle, blah blah blah, etc. etc. But if now it feels like we're organically going to that in the WWE, where they're just like, hey, they're eating it out of our hands if we just do nothing until we do our little angle bits. So let's look, the in-ring has never mattered less than it matters right now. It's just the truth. It does not matter. You may as well just do like nothing and be safe in your career.
And it doesn't bother me, Pedro. It doesn't bother me because I don't need to see a bunch of people get hurt for nothing.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said. Yeah,
it's not even the stupid, stunt bullshit that it's just the long, convoluted, fucking over bullshit.
Oh, it's definitely over choreographed. So you got that right, because that shit is brutal.
I mean, you are not Jet fucking Li, and this shit is not done with wires and a million cuts and fucking special effects. And no, it's your dumbass is out in front of about 4 or 5 cameras with no fucking help, trying to remember this bullshit.
Yeah.
Just so you can add it into your fucking repertoire, because
it comes off looking really bad. It comes off looking really bad. And I don't want. And you know what? I don't want to hear the AEW fans start bitching, going, "Oh, but the wrestling counts." No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. All you have to do, even AEW, all you have to do is look at the Tony Storm and the Mariah May thing. Everybody was interested in that because it was an actual story.
You just tell stories. That's build up characters in compelling stories. Now, the AEW fans will say we have stories. It's like, maybe not really, but
not good ones.
No, not good ones.
What I mean, the closest thing they had to a good one is the stuff with Tony Storm and Mariah May and all that.
Yeah,
and Mina, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mina, yeah.
I mean, all that. That's the most compelling thing that they've got, and.
Yeah, because the Daniel Garcia MJF shit was a flop. I mean, nobody gives a shit about Ricochet. So
that's another funny one. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, they didn't." They're showing that WWE dropped the ball on him. I'm like, going, okay, well, he doesn't do anything. I mean, nobody does anything for them.
What? You don't like syringe in the mouth?
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
But there's a counter argument to that too, because we took one of their biggest jobbers that made him NXT champ, and he's killing it right now. Well, Ethan Page is the man in NXT.
But we already know that it's about presentation and giving people stuff to do. That's the
right. Yeah.
Present people better and then give them something to do. It doesn't even have to be something good necessarily. They just got to have direction, something to do.
Be Brian Bell, fucking Ronnie Garvin. I take it that's Brian's most hated wrestler. It's got to be Ronnie Garvin, right? Zeus, I don't want to hear that he beat Flair twice in one night. I don't want to hear that shit, okay?
I'm sorry you don't want to hear that shit, but it happened.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Who was such a? I mean, we can go down the line, right? Tom Zink. I mean, there's a lot of shit wrestlers. Garbage.
I hated Dom Zink too.
Yeah, he sucked.
God, such a There's another guy up his own fucking ass because fucking girls thought he was cute.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever, dude.
I'm sure sure there was more up his ass, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that remember that him and Rick Martel with rose-colored.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There's people that try to tell me that the Can-Am connection was better than Strikeforce, and I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, you're on crack. I know. Stop smoking crack. That's it. Stop.
Tito Santana.
I refuse. That's it.
On rug.
Tito Santana. I know I've praised Tito Santana on here.
Tito Santana was the man. What are you talking about? That guy was awesome.
I praised him. I've praised him in the past because he's. I mean, if you go through the 80s WWF stuff, like consistently, he's the guy you go to for that long TV match.
Yeah, him and Valentine used to have great matches. Him and Morocco had classics.
Anyone. You can find, there's like a match between him and Paul Orndorff for the Intercontinental title that ends in a disqualification or double count out. Fantastic match. The only real title match we know of Iron Sheik defending the WWF title is against Tito Santana. And it's got so much heat. Madison Square Garden's losing their fucking minds. I always
wanted to see Tito. I always wanted to see Tito Santana face Backlund for the belt, but
there's like a 15 or 20 minute time limit draw between him and Ron Bass that's really good. There's like a 20-minute draw between him and Barry Windham when Barry Windham was doing that one gimmick. What was it? The Widowmaker. Was that what it was?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, it's a dumb gimmick, but they have a really great 20-minute TV match they just threw on like prime time or something that no one saw except us hardcore people. But
Yeah, Brian Bell, I agree. Rick Martel could carry a lot. He was good. I liked Martel as the
yeah,
AWA champ. He was so underrated as the AWA champ. Everybody gave him shit for it because he wasn't Bachwinkle and like he wasn't Hanson, and like everybody gave him shit as the AWA champ. But he was good.
But
Fucking
look,
Martel was good.
here's the thing: he could carry anybody, but obviously, when he had to carry Tom Zink, he hurt his back and it shortened his career.
Right.
I mean,
Sorry, lard head, fucking know nothing, fucking douchebag, fucking ass.
Rick Martel was fantastic as the model, in my opinion. Like he worked.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
It was so over the top, and he just committed to it completely. I mean,
yeah, and you wouldn't think you wouldn't think you would have had that from a guy like him who'd been so nice and squeaky clean, and you didn't think he had it in him.
And yeah, he's completely disassociated himself from wrestling. He wants nothing to do with it.
But he's making a ton of money in real estate. I'd completely drop it too if.
I mean, you can't make a Hall of Fame appearance, like do a red carpet or something.
A lot of money.
What's this?
I said I don't know if he's been making a lot of money in the last 4 years.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah.
I mean, with all that money that's the WWE's throwing around now, you would think, hey, do you want to do a Hall of Fame? You know what I'm saying? Something, anything. I thought Martel was good, man. But come on, man. Can-Man Connection's better than Strike Force? What crack are they on?
I know.
I mean, and when Strike Force exploded, that was everyone wanted to see the Tito Santana Rick Martel match. I'm surprised they never really had a pay-per-view match. They had a Saturday night's main event match, but they didn't have like a pay-per-view match. They didn't really blow off the feud. They just kind of it was open-ended. It never got a proper blow-off.
Yeah. Then they tried to put Tito in that Matador gimmick.
Yeah,
that was the worst one of all. Yeah, that El Matador. Yeah, Tito Santana. Yeah, okay.
He's just sitting there going, fucking shit, dude. So I don't know.
That's when Heenan started saying shit out of his mouth that you can't say today. But he was saying some funny shit back then.
Yep.
People call that elbow the flying jalapeno. Oh man,
the burrito. He used to call it the flying burrito.
Burrito, yeah, there you go. Yeah, the flying burrito. Yeah.
They called that for Manny Fernandez too.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like the Raging Bill. He was all right.
Okay, I want to throw something out there. What about these reports that the Lucha Brothers are going to show up on the main roster of the WWE?
Their tag team division, they don't concentrate enough on tag team division to even want to have the Lucha Brothers there, number one. Because didn't they sign the Motor City Machine Guns? Why? They're like 20 years past their prime. I don't know. I don't know if the Lucha Brothers are going to make that much of an impact, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Not as a tag team, but to break them up and put them against each other and then have them individuals. They put one on each brand.
Pentagon's going to be a sidekick in the LWO. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, if they're smart, they're gonna, if they're smart, they're gonna push them. That's my opinion.
I mean, I would push Phoenix.
I'd push
because he's younger.
Look, him being lazy at this point it best suits a match with some moments and shit like that, and you make his persona match his fucking look, and that's fucking evil.
Right.
He should not be anywhere near the LWO.
Right.
Because he just needs to be an entity on his own. He probably needs a manager, somebody can be a mouthpiece for him.
Brian Bell says they will probably mean more with their Mexico expansion.
Yeah, because they started expanding bigger in Mexico recently because the whole thing was Stephanie McCoy being signed out of Chile, and because she was wrestling out of Mexico, so I guess maybe that's part of the deal. Who knows? But
Mm.
you know, I not for nothing, but if I'm them, I want to be part of the show that packed 14,000 on a fucking SmackDown.
Now the thing with the Motor City Machine Guns, they probably want, and this is a total speculation, but if I'm them, I'm thinking I would want them to help other tag teams.
Right, right.
Know, not like they're
Almost like it's a coaching role. Almost like a coaching role.
yeah. I mean, I guess, but I mean, it's not like they're known for their spotty bullshit as much as any other team that's been around the last 20 years. So who knows? Who knows?
I can see Phoenix getting pushed. I don't know about Pentagon, but I can see Phoenix getting pushed.
Pentagon has so much charisma, but the language thing is the thing I worry about. But we'll see.
All he has to do is just go settle, metal, and the crowd will go nuts. That's all.
No, I think if he gets a good heel manager,
Yeah.
and they push him being, an evil bastard. I think him being able to do cheap heat moves and then hit the package pile driver, I think that's gonna, make for some, pretty decent shit.
And not for nothing, I understand about the language, Pedro, but if Andrade can get over, so can Pentagon.
Yeah, but Andrade was speaking pretty good English, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't really speak.
Andrade doesn't really have great English. I'll say this: he doesn't really have great English. Phantasma has excellent English, but I thought he was going to be a bigger deal. Phantasma, but he hasn't really. I guess because they turned him into Santos Escobar, the Pablo Escobars.
But I don't mind the Santos Escobar. It's not bad. But he was being pushed, and then all of a sudden he got pulled back. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
I think he kept getting hurt, though. I think
he was having problems with his knee. I know that.
Remember they came out. They were going to roll him out under his real name there.
Yeah.
And then
we'll see.
While they were building up the hype for that, I think he got hurt and they took him off.
I mean, I'm a little concerned about Lucha Brothers in the WWE just because both of them are a little bit accident prone. Let's not pretend that Pentagon didn't, break Beretta's neck in the AEW.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, though, he's not gonna do half the shit he was doing.
And Phoenix hasn't injured himself and others like a gazillion times the past 3-4 years. So
they're gonna curb that shit in WWE. Don't do this, don't do that. A, B, C. That's it.
What mouthpiece do you give Penta? Robert Stone? WWE doesn't have many these days. You give, I don't know.
I'm sure they'll come up with something.
I mean, the thing is, Penta gets over even when he can't speak people's language. People hear him cut promos; they just love the sound of it,
and then again, all you gotta do is a set on metal, and then everybody loves it because it's the catchphrase.
Yeah. Now, how much of his gear is he going to be able to keep? Because AAA owns that design.
Oh, I'm sure WWE will come up with something. But they'll have their own design for him.
The Hijo del Fantasma stuff.
Yeah, but it was kind of a variation of it. Yeah,
they used that for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they still had to pay money for it.
But that gimmick wasn't owned by AAA. I know he was with AAA when he went to the WWE or whatever, but that gimmick is from his dad, and I mean they were both in other places before they was in AAA.
I mean, if Santo Escobar keeps getting hurt, right? Okay, so fine. You want to give him time to heal up? Put him as Pentagon's mouthpiece.
Brian Bell said WWE AAA relationship is in place. I bet they can do whatever WWE wants. Conan is desperate to get WWE's favor.
Yeah, Triple H just slides them some paper, some money under the table, and they'll get whatever they want. Oh, you need new rings and new lighting and new this? Yeah, fine, no problem. That's all. They'll find a way. You know, they'll figure that shit out. You know, the back end alley handshake deals. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when they're packing. I mean, and not for nothing, but USA is having a big week as far as wrestling goes because they had the Raw NXT. They had Julia's first match against Chelsea Green, but which was, I mean,
I watched that match. I did watch that match. The most surprising thing to me was how WWE it was. Like it was like she transitioned seamlessly into WWE style. It was completely WWE style match.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing offensive or unoffensive. It was just a total WWE style match. Like I was surprised. I thought there'd be more learning stuff, but it was just a total WWE style match. It wasn't much of anything really, but
No.
that's I'm not saying that as a negative. That's just I was more impressed. Like, oh, she just did the WWE style like she had done it all the time. So
I give props to Chelsea Green for carrying her along in that, because she was the kind of like leading the way in that match. So it was kind of good. It was good.
Brian Bell said, Zeus, what do you think about NBC getting Saturday night main events? And word has it Jesse Ventura going to be involved in those?
Well, what I think here, Mean Gene, is that we're going to have to crank out the old wheelchair to get old Jesse Ventura in there.
He's still going to bitch about Hogan turncoat.
He's still gonna talk about Schwarzenegger training him one more time.
Yeah. Hogan stooged me out.
The bombing, yeah.
I talked about a union, and next thing you know, Vince is calling me on the phone. It was Hogan all along. What a stooge. I mean, I'm down with Saturday night's main event. It was cool back in the day. I mean, it'd be nice to do it again. I mean, it's just a matter of time because, the WWE and Universal have a long relationship, so it's just a matter of time.
Well, there's a lot of fans that want to see, sports entertainment on the nights of AEW pay-per-views, so it'd be a good counter-programming.
There you go. There you go.
They should counter-program every one of those Saturday night main events against AEW's pay-per-views.
And I bet you draw bigger numbers too, Zeus.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Do you know what the difference is between AEW Collision and an AEW pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nobody's paying, $50 a pop for Collision.
Remember one time AEW threw MJF versus Kenny Omega for the world title on a Collision, and they like announced it on a Wednesday and then had it that Saturday, like in a span of 2-3 days.
A nice build up.
Yeah, that's like Goldberg versus Hogan build up.
Yeah. That reeks of desperation.
Yeah, that was last
Reeks
year.
of desperation. Billy Corgan might as well be booking. Collision. Yeah, he sucks. He needs to give up too. He's just done. Just fucking take that NWA strap, put it in a pine box, put it 6 feet under, and just go away.
Yeah.
It's done. That's it. It's done.
It's done. James has decided.
It's done. You're no good.
Billy Corgan's gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta quit now." Damn, James Storno said.
He's gonna be like, "What do I do with all this money now?"
Money, you can buy people. How about buy gas for your car? How about that?
Yeah. Buy everyone a trip home.
Yeah. But the cage match was last night. It was pretty decent. The whole thing where Roman came out. It was good how they're doing it because Roman Reigns came out and goes, he cuts a promo at the end of the show and goes, just because I've been gone doesn't mean I'm changed. I'm still the same person. I don't need anybody. I'm still Roman Reigns. I'm the only head of the table, the only tribal chief. I don't need the team with Cody Rhodes. I don't need Cody Rhodes. And then all of a sudden, here comes the bloodline, and they start beating the shit out of him. And here comes Cody Rhodes, and it's like they're going to be like the reluctant tag team, which is good because I don't because I'm so tired of the old school baby face. Oh well, you know what? I'm babyface now, so that means I like you. No, this is good how they're doing it, I hate your guts. I still hate your guts, but you know what? I'm going to tag with you. But you know what? I'm going to punch you in your face after the tag match is over with.
I think that next time Roman's getting his ass kicked, I think Cody should come out and sit in a chair and eat some popcorn.
I think so. Zeus, that'd be perfect. That would be perfect. I would love for them to do that. But then, don't you fuck up Survivor Series if you do that?
I don't know.
Don't you need Cody and Roman on the same side for Survivor Series?
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they now have a tag team match against Jigga Fatu and Solo at Bad Blood. So let's see how that plays out. Yeah. So let's see how that plays out. But Zeus, I'm totally agreeing with you. I want Cody Rhodes to take a seat and just watch.
Just sit there and kind of laugh at everybody.
Yeah, I got the strap, bitch.
That's right.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns last night goes, this is still my WWE, still my arena, still my people. And Cody Rhodes says, it was until WrestleMania. I was like, damn. I was like, good for you. Good for you. And, I want to see them hate each other because I don't need that. Because what? All of a sudden, after 2 years of fighting each other, now all of a sudden you're going to like each other? No. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't do that. That's an 80s storytelling. You know what I'm saying? It's in the 80s,
They would have done a better job of it in the 80s. They would have given you a reason that the person turned.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, of course, Dusty was notorious for going in and helping people. He would go help people that didn't ask for it. It's like, you remember the Russians were beating up, Flair, and then Dusty came in, and then the Horsemen ended up, beating the shit out of Dusty because Flair's like, I didn't want your help.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, that's Flair and Dusty. That's something Cody and Roman are not.
They're the two. They're the two at the top right now. So
yeah, they're good and they're at the top. But at the end of the day, Zeus, they're not Flair and Dusty. Remember that they're not.
Well, duh. You don't have to tell me.
I mean, you can only pull it off but so much with them two. So let's see how they work it. I mean,
let me see you work it, girl.
Yeah, this is intriguing so far. So let's see how they play it out.
Don't think too hard. Just be a fan.
Shut up, Zeus. Ooh, but WWE, they're just chugging along right now. Chugging along. Yeah. They got Julia showing up, the G5 Roxanne, the debut fucking CW program. It should be good. Should be good. They're hot right now.
Are they gonna put NWA on before or after them on the CW?
Yeah, right. It's the lead into the NWA.
Oh shit!
I don't know what's going on. Tom Adam, Jesus.
What was the wrestling company that was on the preview channel? Was that Ring of Honor?
It may have been. I'm not sure.
Yeah, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know.
Right? It was somebody. It was maybe it was Impact for a little bit.
Impact had a pay-per-view last night, but I don't know anything about it. I haven't looked. I have no clue. I think CML had their anniversary show, but I haven't looked into that either.
They're getting close to 100 now, right?
I believe so. It's 9. I think they were on their 91st one. Yeah. What was the main event? Mystico defeated Chris Jericho in the main event of the anniversary show.
Jesus, who the hell knew? God, even Jericho didn't talk about that.
Euphoria lost his mask in a 4-way mask match with Esfenge, Hechicero, and Valiente. Atlantis Jr., Ultimo Guerrero, Volador Jr. defeated Orange Cassidy, Rocky Romero, Satoshi Kojima. What kind of match was that?
It was what now?
Did you say Chris Jericho Mystico?
Yeah, so Mystico defeated Chris Jericho in the main event of the CML anniversary show last night.
Brutal.
And then Euphoria lost his mask in a 4-way mask match. Atlantis Jr., Ultimo Guerrero, and Volador Jr. defeated Orange Cassidy, Rocky Romero, and Satoshi Kojima. Zeuxis defeated Willow Nightingale for the CML World Women's title, so that's positive, I guess. Teton defeated Mascara Dorada, not the original Mascara Dorada, the version 2, the second one. In the Copa Independencia final match, and some other stuff, some other matches, they don't matter. Okay.
Get up!
No, Bozilla was not there. I was saying Impact had a pay-per-view last night, but I don't know anything about it.
Who? What? Where? Why?
I'll look it up right now. I'll look it up. Victory Road.
I don't even know who's the Impact champ. I don't even know who the Impact champ is. I totally forgot.
It's Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Ziggler. That's right. Yeah, Nick Nemeth. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. See, in the pre-show, Kushida defeated Leon Slater, whoever the fuck that is.
Who the fuck's the Leon Slater?
I don't know. Hammerstone and Jake something defeated Eric Young and what is it, Zeus?
Steve Macklin.
That guy went from
Hammerstone was on NXT on Tuesday. He showed up.
Right. Yeah, and it's crazy thing. Steve Macklin went from world champion to the pre-show, but this is not the first time he's been in the pre-show since being world champion. On the pay-per-view proper, you had the Hardys defeated First Class, which is AJ Francis and Casey Navarro.
Nobody cares.
Mike Bailey defeated Zachary Vince for the X Division title.
He's still around, Speedball Mike Bailey?
Yeah.
He's kind of running from company to company.
Yeah, he is. Spitfire, which is Danny Luna and Jody Threat, defeated Masha Slamovich and Tasha Steeles for the Knockouts Tag Team title. Joe Hendry defeated Josh Alexander.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
The System, which is Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, defeated ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay for the tag team titles. Jordan Grace defeated Wendy Chu, who's from NXT.
NXT.
And then Nick Nemeth / Dolph Ziggler defeated Moose in the main event.
He went over a Moose? Wow.
He went over a Moose.
Turn. This is like Moose's third turn.
I mean, Zeus, who would you rather see with that strap? Dolph Ziggler or Moose? You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Moose would be more over, don't you think, in TNA? No?
Hey, all those names we mentioned on this show.
There's only one guy that's over in TNA, and
that's what I was getting at. All the names we mentioned from these results. Did anyone like jump out at you like, oh my God? No. I mean, you don't care about any of these people, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
Henry's got the best theme song and
right.
Goofy fucking face, and
I mean, in some ways, what Jordan Grace, because of her NXT appearances, is a little more over than some of the other acts. But so it's her and Joe Hendry. They're the only ones with any kind of forward momentum. Maybe Hammerstone's going to get some if he does more NXT appearances. I don't know. He
looks like he's on a lot of roids.
Spoiler, he is. You know who I've been seeing getting over is who's that? Rosemary, because her NXT.
Yeah, they love her in NXT. They love her.
And it's weird because she hasn't been doing much of anything for a few years now.
No.
Like, and then she appears on NXT, and people are like, "Oh my God, I love that lady!" And
yeah, they're going nuts over her.
She looks in much better shape than she has.
Yeah,
in a
she
while.
does.
Because she got way out of shape for a while.
She looks healthy too. She looks healthy.
Yeah, she looks much healthier.
Had to, finally ended up taking the time off to get herself healthy.
Yeah. B. Brian Bell says TNA has been on the upswing though. Business wise, they're actually making some decent moves. Okay. I mean,
look. The best move they've made is the number one best move was Joe Hendry. Number two best move was letting Jordan Grace appear in WWE shows, and the third best thing is the Ethan Page.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
No other real moves they've made that have.
Well, because of NXT stuff, they are having more of their crowds are growing. That is happening a bit there. The crowds are growing a little bit, but
and they're allowing Jordan Grace to defend her strap on NXT shows, so that's good, So that's good.
Is she the Knockouts champion again, or?
Yeah.
She's the Knockouts champion, and her and Hammerstone are the Juice Tag Team champions.
Are the what?
The Juice Tag Team champions.
Tag Team champions.
Wink, wink.
More like
the belt. The belt is a bunch of needles, James.
Hammerstone looks like if you go with him with a pin, he'll pop. He looks like
he's the entire main event of WrestleMania 6.
He'll probably imitate both guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Remember when he was on that Hulk Hogan cosplay thing for a while? He's come out of it, but he was cosplaying Hogan for a few years.
I know, right? And now I'm like side-eyeing Bean. I'm like, why are you making a t-shirt design for this dude? He's a dick. He's pretending to be Hogan. Ugh. Ugh.
What lie did Hogan tell this week? I'm just curious if he told any more lies this week.
Brother, don't go to Springfield, Ohio if you love your pet. I couldn't help it.
Their cats wear ripped up T-shirts. Meow Mania is running wild.
You see what I do to my shirts? They'll do that to your pets.
Ooh, don't eat the Chinese food, brother.
No, don't. Anyways, Zeus and I this week on Thursday night on my birthday, we watched a little bit of Marigold of the first day of the Dreamstar Grand Prix. We watched a little bit of that.
From what y'all been telling me, it was not good.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. The most exciting thing was the Nagisa 316 says, "I just licked your ass," but
Yeah. Yep.
She was doing it Ricochet style.
Made me think of Chris Rock. You like jelly or syrup? Me personally, I like syrup.
How was that Bozilla match? Was it good or no?
No, it was terrible.
It's terrible because she was with a
tiny little girl is trying to go toe to toe with her all the fucking match.
and Brian Bell. You're telling me because of the Nagisa that says I looked at ass. So the tiny girl is Kazuna Tanaka, who is the daughter of Minoru Tanaka and a Joshi wrestler. I keep forgetting who the Joshi wrestler, who her mother is, but she is her father was Minoru Tanaka, who you guys might remember was IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion or so time once upon a time. She's a very good looking girl, very cute looking girl, but she's this tiny girl. I mean, she's a rookie. She's been in the industry less than a year. I mean, she doesn't know anything. And they are trying to do sort of, dumb BS, and then I don't know. It should have just been super short. Should have just squashed her and acted like a heel or whatever, but there's some dumb stuff.
It's just ugh.
Everything looked bad and it was terrible. The only thing that looked good was she Bozilla stomped her on the lower back. That may sound like something like you're like a stomp looked good. It did look that looked really good. There was something else, Deuce. What was the other thing that looked good? I don't remember.
The finish.
Oh, the pile driver. The pile driver looked like she legit murdered her, but she didn't. Yeah, you're right.
She hit a good kind of like the Rhino style.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's a brutal pile driver too. That's a brutal one.
Yeah.
Then there was a match. It was Natsumi Shozuki, who is the Superfly champion in Marigolds, and she was once in Stardom many moons ago. She's a veteran versus Yuzuki, who is still a rookie. She's still like in her first year of wrestling, and it was like 50-50, that sort of 50-50 tough guy.
Well, like they were both like the same, age and amount of time in sport, and it just didn't seem like it was a rookie versus a veteran.
Right.
And it went to a 15-minute draw, and it was just
it wasn't booked right.
It was a bunch of not just that. It was a bunch of sloppy 50-50 modern wrestling bullshit. I mean, for 15 minutes, it went to a draw.
I mean, it was just constant. Bouncing off the ropes and, This is why
we need Bozilla and NXT so she could properly learn. Turn her into the Vader heel. Turn her into the monster heel that she is. Zeus, you brought up a good point in our chat yesterday. Yeah. She's not going to look that big in WWE. She's not.
Yeah, so they got to, I mean, because how tall is she?
I'm not sure, but... Let me look
5'10",
it up.
5'11".
I mean, that's still pretty tall.
Yeah.
For a woman, that would be pretty tall. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that, and maybe like some 2-inch lifts in her boots. To really make her look super tall.
I know. I'm waiting for James to say that he has a lift for her, but no, James.
No. but they could book her against shorter opponents just to get that effect. You know what I'm saying? And then after you build her up, then you put her up against like a Lash LaRue, like a Lash Legend, or somebody like that who's bigger.
I mean, she's still, her muscles and stuff are still going to be really big if we're honest.
Yeah.
Supposedly she's 5'11", so she's around my height. So
Yeah, so you can make it like Vader, because Vader wasn't the tallest, but he was huge.
He was 6'4".
Yeah, he was 6'4", right? Yeah, I mean, so I mean, you turn it into a Vader heel. Don't have it sell anything. Have a no sell, and just beat the shit out of people. Like what they first did with Raquel Gonzalez. She no sold everything and beat the shit out of everybody because she didn't know any better. And then they turned her into a wimp.
James, just say the part you like the best in her entrance when she would turn her back to the camera. We know.
It was awesome.
We know. You're like, Bozilla should copy this directly.
No, but they turned her into a wimp. She started getting beat up by fucking, but people like Dakota Kai. Like, what are you kidding me? She should be smashing her. I mean, at some point, common sense has to give way to kayfabe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Zeus and I were having this conversation, didn't we, Zeus? Because I was telling him about in 2020, 2020, there was this match on the Dynamite or something with Hangman Page. And this guy who was just a jobber in AEW, but he was legit 7 feet tall, and he was a jobber. He was 7 feet tall, and he was a jobber, which made no sense to me at the time. And this match, like Hangman Page he's not a big guy, anyways. Hangman Page is a little dude, sort of, and like he was like they were treating it like he was Hulk Hogan, and the 7 foot tall guy is Barry Horowitz. And it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So we were saying that about the Bozilla Kazuna Tanaka match, because it was like, well, why is she giving anything to this girl? Like, it should just be, Anyway.
I mean, you got to go in there and you got to pound people out, just stifle their offense. Just beat them down. I mean, Road Warriors 101. He just beat the crap out of somebody.
Remember when Sting first showed up in the NWA? He was such a big deal. And then when him and Flair had that first series of matches, he no-sold everything Flair was giving him. And it worked. It looked great because Sting back then was a big guy. He was thick. And, he no-sold the chops. He no-sold the Flair. He no-sold everything. And it worked. And he beat the shit out of Flair. And that's what you got to do to Bozilla. Same shit. Fucking no-sell everybody's offense and just stop the shit out of them. And then you build her up like that. And then she can start getting her ass kicked by people like, the bigger people.
Well, it's not, because... I mean, once you establish her, then you're going to have to stick her into stories to keep her relevant.
Right.
So...
Yeah, but that could work, Zeus. If you do it right, it could work.
Oh, I'm not saying you can't. That's not you can't do it. That's not the right thing to do. I'm just saying it's that's if she were to join WWE, that's what she's gonna have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see her go up against Bianca Belair. That'd be hot.
Now if she joins AEW, she's just gonna be forgotten about for a while. Then they're gonna bring her in and have her stand.
They're gonna do the same shit they did with Camille.
Yeah, do a lot of nothing.
Right. That's a waste, by the way. That's a waste, if you ask me. Yeah. How do you have Camille doing nothing?
But I mean, Bozilla is much more charismatic than Camille. Camille she's like 2 cents more exciting than her boyfriend, the current NWA.
Unless she stares at you.
I think they got married.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. Just don't let Camille stare at you, and you'd be good.
Don't let her stare at you. It doesn't bother me.
She scared the shit out of me, so I ain't gonna lie. I was I did not kill your hamster.
That's where Tony got the line. I feared for my life.
She's doing nothing, man. How you gonna have it and do nothing? I'm like, what are you doing? Come on. I mean, make it make sense. Yeah, but then again, there's only like 40 people in the crowd during the Dynamite anyway, so who's watching?
Hey, Zeus showed us a look into the future at All In and from a few
Yeah,
years.
that was hot. Yeah, but that was a little line I thought. Yeah. Zeus, Revolution was the biggest show outside of Wembley, right?
Yeah. That was the first pay-per-view of the year, and that was the biggest non-Wembley.
Okay.
There was one.
They're not going to touch that.
There was one that was 11, and then one that was 9, and then the rest of them have been like 6 or so.
Mm. Yeah, they're not going to do that Greensboro show again. They're not going to hit that.
No, they don't have anybody that resonates in Greensboro like that. I mean, it was Sting. It was his retirement match. I mean, well, maybe it was his retirement match.
Yeah, I got bamboozled.
Oh man, what if they do that next year? They have Revolution. It's really, really Sting's retirement match.
Oh,
you know, he comes out and he's wearing a Terry Funk T-shirt. Hey, you know, y'all didn't hate Terry Funk. He retired a bunch of times.
Oh my God! Can you imagine Sting? Well, he would be like the biggest heel if he came out and he's like pissing on Terry Funk's legacy and stuff. In a way, like Terry Funk didn't retire a bunch of times. I'm more famous than Terry Funk. Everyone be like turning on Sting, like what the? Sting would never do that. I know.
but it was such. I mean, the way he went out was nice. Leave it alone. Don't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess it up. It worked. It worked. Leave it alone. You know, I mean, and everybody got involved. You know what I'm saying? All the old school NWA has got involved. You know, Steamboat, Flair, everybody got involved. It was good. Leave it.
I mean, his sons. That's the key thing, though. Is
I have his son's entrance on video.
Yeah,
I caught all that shit on video.
But I'm saying is his continued involvement, going to be for helping his sons.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's just one of them that wants to be a wrestler, right?
Yeah, I think just one. Actually, he's been training, right? Yeah, I mean, like he's like hardcore, fucking training hard.
Maybe
hardcore training. Oh.
Yeah, no, but like no,
but be perfect for AEW.
No, like he's all in. Like like he spends like 7 days a week in a ring.
Is he gonna take bumps? Like, is he gonna go ass first into some thumbtacks and then like get it and like Botchlander's gonna be like, this is how you get in your hoo-ha and show them. Going to take a split bump into the thumbtacks. Dave Meltzer will give us 4 3/4 stars for it. Let's do it. And he goes, woo!
He's such a shill. You know what? He annoys me. Just go away. There's certain people need to go away and make their business better. Like Vince, he went away, the business got better for WWE. But Meltzer needs to do the same. Nobody gives a shit about your ratings. Flair and Steamboat went before. What the hell's wrong with him? What was some of the greatest matches ever?
He's just saying shit at this point.
Ever. Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
Savage and Steamboat, 2 stars.
And like I said,
Swerve's drinking blood, 10 stars.
Yeah, this. I don't know.
You know, it can't, it sucks. Sucks. But was it interesting that you said that, you know, WWE should run Saturday night's main event up against the AEW pay-per-view?
Oh yeah.
That you know that AEW pay-per-view that Lux wants me to go to here in Orlando?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Over in December? WWE is running a super show the same night in Orlando.
You told us that before, yeah.
Yeah. So I think there may be something to that.
Wait, are y'all gonna do a thing where you go to the WWE show and he goes to the AEW show and then y'all meet up afterwards for drinks?
That'd be kind of cool.
I think we need to give both of you like cameras and or audio and like we do a live thing.
Well, I know that the AEW show is going to be at the UCF Arena, and then the WWE show is going to be at the Kia Center, aka the Amway Center. So,
if AEW came to the Johnson Coliseum in Huntsville, Texas, I still would not go. I'd be like,
you would go, Pedro, just to make fun.
No, I would not go.
No.
Like, how am I? Stephanie is not going to sit through that bullshit. First off, second off, if it's on like a weekday, absolutely no way I could go. If it's on a weekend, I'm not wasting that time on that bullshit. Is it happening during the day on a weekend? There's another thing. It's happening at night, right? I can't go.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, I can't. It's just not a reality for me. So it'd be like, no. I'm not going to make a special circumstance for AEW of all things. Like, now, if they said Starlight Kid is going to, meet you, somewhere in the lobby, that's different. Okay, maybe I'll show up.
If Mania Iwatani shows up, there you go.
Speaking of, I didn't mean this as a segue, but speaking of Mayu Iwatani, Tony Storm did a video thing at the the Stardom show today and challenged Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's title in October. Yeah.
Joe 316. Joe 316 says, "I just took a picture with Mayu."
Just to take a picture with Mayu. I'm glad that's all. That I didn't know where that was going. So I was a little scared. I was like, I set myself up for that. I
PG'd it. I didn't go Attitude Era.
HLA.
But I'm interested in seeing how they play out this whole thing with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes being like the pseudo tag team now, and they hate each other and blah blah blah. So it should be good. I'm interested to see how it goes. But and they teased the Jacob Fatu against Roman Reigns, and that got a huge pop. Huge pop. They fucking teased it.
With the boot. Is he out of the boot yet? Or
Yeah. Both inside the steel cage, and one was in one corner, one was in the other. And fucking Jacob Fatu's getting all hyped up. He's hyping himself up. Roman Reigns hyping himself up. The crowd's hyping up, and all of a sudden, Solo pulls on Jacob Fatu, and the crowd boops. It was perfect. It was perfectly done. So it's perfectly done.
You know what was perfectly done in terms of killing one's interest in something?
No.
The new step-up event draft from New Japan Collection. What the fuck
that
is this?
That shit sucks.
El Phantasmo, Yuya Yamura.
That was horrible.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's bad.
No one wants this garbage. Like,
it's bad. It even stopped me from buying Stones. Now you know that's something. It sucks. Jacob Fatu is going to main event many pay-per-views. You know what? I can't argue with you, Brian. Yeah, people are loving him because he's a savage, man. He fucking did a splash at the top of the cage, almost like Snooker. You're savage.
Yeah, except the cage is more than 6.5 feet off the ground now than back when he was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's not savage as Snuka outside the ring, that's fine.
Oh, damn, Pedro. Don't superfly me in my hotel room. Oh.
No.
No, but Brian's right. They love him, so he's gonna be big. He's gonna be a big heel. He's gonna be a big heel. But they teased it perfectly. It was done right. It was done right. I think they're wasting Tiffany Stratton because I don't like her and this whole thing with Nia Jax and Bailey. Nah, I'll pass.
I'm sure she's gonna cash in at some point.
Yeah, but I don't like the story that they're doing. It's like she's secondary, and she shouldn't be because she's good.
Does she have something to do right now?
Yeah, at least she's doing something. Yeah, you're right.
Don't overanalyze it or question it. Just condition yourself to enjoy it.
You fucker! Shut up!
I started doing so. I felt so much better about it.
I wasn't
fucking Zeus, man.
I wasn't even expecting it. I didn't feel like we set it up.
Fucking Zeus, I swear.
But the thing I've been saying is just that if they have something to do, then it's okay. Like, even if it's not great at the moment, they're doing something that's keeping them visible for when they have something better to do.
Like Mia Yim's involved in something now, even though it's not great, but she's doing something, right?
Right. I mean, she's got to keep her mind off of the ever-growing thing at home. So, what's his face?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Or her boyfriend Shelton Benjamin.
Oh,
yeah, her.
Damn. He's my road husband. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh man.
I said, when's the next pay-per-view? Is it Bad Blood?
Yeah.
The next PLE?
Yeah, I think it is. It is named after Nigel McGuinness. Yes.
Damn.
Does he have like hepatitis or something?
Oh, Pedro.
Hold on.
Oh. Wow. Ooh, you no share needles.
I can't. He's gonna have a match against Danielson. He's gonna have a match against Danielson, yes, and on the AEW television or something. And I'm just like, this guy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the history between these two, but they literally did like concussions to themselves on purpose when they're in Ring of Honor and shortened each other's future careers kind of. And Nigel McGuinness really shouldn't be wrestling at all because of his blood condition and all that kind of stuff. And they're doing he wrestled at Wembley, right, with a Gumby, and now he's going to be doing this. And they're marking out like, oh, they're reviving it. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, and you're just like, is it really safe for these people? Well, I guess that don't matter, but
I'm sure they had to sign off, right? That they had to agree for him to be in the ring, right? Because I'm sure because all it takes is one wrestler to say, I don't want to be in the ring with him, and they have to respect that, right?
Abdul the Butcher says, I can't hear you.
That was then, though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Pedro, but that was then. People didn't give a shit back then, you know?
You're like, that was then. We're like, oh, then being like in the last 7 years. Yes. Remember him giving that one dude
oh, yeah.
hepatitis?
Yeah.
So there is the Bad Blood. The card is built up a little bit already. I'm surprised because it's not till October 5th. It's in the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, October 5th. So far, they've got Liv Morgan with Dirty Dom versus Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match. Nia Jax defends the WWE women's title against to be announced, I guess, between Bayley and Tiffany Stratton, right?
No. They're going to do
yeah, Bayley and Tiffany.
No. I mean, Bayley versus Naomi. Whoever wins gets the title shot.
Oh.
Whoever loses has to leave SmackDown.
Oh. I don't know why I thought Tiffany Stratton was involved. So it's Naomi and Bayley versus who? So
right, and then right, okay, it's a tag team match. They're gonna fight Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, right?
Okay.
All right, so that means whoever gets the pin actually gets the title shot, and then the other person who doesn't get the pin actually has to leave SmackDown.
Okay.
So I'm thinking somebody's either going to Raw or just, Schmaltz or whatever. So.
And then Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, which you already talked about. I mean, that's pretty decent pay-per-view right there. I know the AEW fans, it's only 5 matches.
Yeah, see, all right.
This
is my argument to that, Pedro. This is my argument to that. Hey, AEW fans, bitch. How you only going to have 5 matches on a pay-per-view? 1, it's not a pay-per-view because it costs you nothing. It's part of your Peacock subscription. You pay nothing extra, unlike an AEW pay-per-view where you drop $50 fucking. You pay nothing extra. Nothing. It's part of your Peacock, so it's just a glorified show.
I mean, well, we've already talked about this a few times, I feel like, this summer. You just put forth your best 5 stories into the pay-per-view. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because honestly, at this point, I mean, the PLE is just it's just something where shit's probably going to happen.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. The glorified house show.
I mean, that tag, the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns versus the Solo and Jacob Fatu, that sounds like it's going to be like a spectacle, kind of like the WrestleMania of the night 1 with The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. It's going to be a big spectacle with it's just going to be a wild brawl spectacle with just a bunch of little stunt spots and just a big angle stuff. That sounds fantastic to me. Like it'll be a bunch of nothing, like a bunch of popcorn. Let's have the popcorn. It's gonna be great. Damian Priest, Finn Balor is just gonna be round 1 of something between them, right? I mean, so Punk, Drew McIntyre is almost gonna be the most intense thing on the show because it's like the blow off, or it feels like the blow off, right?
I mean, it should be the blow off.
I mean, what more do you need from this show? Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley's got stuff. I mean, you don't really need more matches on the show. There's what are the other strong stories going on to fit in the show? I can't think of anything.
No, that's fine. Ryan Bell just said in the chat, 5 matches equal perfect. There you go. Yeah. I don't need 17 fucking matches.
The TNA last night had something like 10 or 11 matches. That's too much. Like you don't You don't need it. AEW, of course, they would have 17-24 probably.
Yeah.
They had 11 at the one James went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
11. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. It was brutal. But you know, yeah, but you know, but you know, you had to sit there because it's for Sting. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Fast
but you know,
forward, all in. No, I'm just Sting is back.
don't even say it, Pedro, because I'll be upset. I put my life on the line for that drive to Greensboro. I sacrificed my health to go there just for him to come back. Bamboozled.
James, what you didn't hear. So when he was doing that whole goodbye thing after the show went off the air for all of y'all, one of the times he put the microphone away from his mouth, he quietly said, "Until August."
I'll be back at Wembley.
Jinx. Psych.
Yeah, I know, right? And then, that was a nice send off. Beautifully, it was off the air, and then he started talking about everything. It was cool, and
Psych.
yeah. Fucking
Psych.
psych.
He
Gotcha.
says it very quietly. Psych.
Yeah, psych.
He goes to Tony Khan. He's like, psych. And they do a little thing with their nose towards each other. There's an implication there I shouldn't have made, but anyway. What else is happening? I don't know.
So I don't know if I told you guys I'm working on the back view of my Lady Blue Man as a Funko Pop.
Yeah, right.
So
you're working on all sides, right? Like
yeah, I'm gonna do left and the right, and then I'm gonna start looking for somebody who can do a 3D sculpture from it.
Mm.
So,
I see action figures, I see T-shirts, I see posters.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I mean, I'll do trading cards and different things, and
yeah.
But like,
I mean, cards would be cool.
You know, I think the mini Funko, that Funko style is gonna be, that'll be a big help. So
that'd be kind of cool, man. Actually.
Yeah, and so I think, I think it'll be worth, investing in. And I think I can do Lady Blue Mane, Percentor, and Major Decimal. I think those three would really sell.
That's such a great name, fucking Major Decimal.
Yeah.
That's an awesome name. I am Major Decimal.
He's not German.
I know. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why.
He's got Bozilla. He's got Bozilla doing the Raquel pose.
I was envisioning Gunther for some reason. I don't know why.
The first milk, and it pops into your head.
Yeah. Wow, I'm surprised Gunther's not on that card. He's not.
What
huh?
They seem to be all what we've seen happening. They seem to, as much as they can, they seem to alternate title matches on the non-major ones. Like I know this
that
last
makes sense.
One, they did have two.
Sense.
They did have this past one. They did have both titles defended. I know, but usually they seem to like if this one, if they had the WWE title being defended, they would have the world title, the quote unquote world title on the next one. But there's neither one is being defended.
No.
So they may yet get it on there. Who knows?
True.
Because they've been building up him and Sami Zayn lately.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I want to see that again, though.
It's too soon after WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
But
they should have like a some kind of an altercation that,
Well, did you see the thing with Bret Hart? It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. My other favorite wrestler is Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg. Yeah, it was all right. But yeah, the Sami Zayn stuff, I'm like,
Should I ask Brett? You know, which tag team do you think would win, the Hart Foundation or Shawn Michaels and Bill Goldberg?
They need to come up with a viable opponent for Gunther.
Well, Sami Zayn is the one they're going with. After that,
I know, but I want somebody who's like, physical, like like on the stature of Gunther, like that. Big guy who can go, who can move. Somebody who can punch Gunther in the mouth.
They would have to run either like Sheamus or Drew McIntyre by him again.
Yeah. I mean, I can see Drew going for it. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, he goes over Punk.
You could do Gunther, Seth.
Yeah.
But Seth's got to take care of Bronson Reed first. I know.
Yeah. I'll let see Bronson Reed go for it. That'd be kind of cool. Heel versus heel.
Because Bronson Reed's not what we call a powerful character, and
no,
yeah, I know. But they built up a story with Bronson Reed, so that's why I said Seth has to like deal with Bronson Reed first. So because Bronson Reed took him out or whatever, so they'd have to deal with that.
I mean, CM Punk's been saying that he wants a shot, but
so after the thing with Drew, it'll be
so like I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people want to see that, but yeah.
I think people would want to see Gunther chop the fuck out of CM Punk. I think people would like that. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Punk has become a great heel to hate.
Yeah, he's wearing thin with me though already. I'm like, okay, I've had enough of him. I think I'm done with Punk.
I still like punk rock music. I can't denounce it, James.
It's the same shtick from him. It's the same thing. Like, come on, you get a little different. One thing I can say about Chris Jericho, he always switches it up. It may not work and it may suck, but he switches it up. It's not the same old thing.
I mean, he kind of has to, right?
Huh?
I mean, he kind of has to at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, he always switches it up.
To be honest with you, right now, Jericho's in that X-Pac go away sort of territory.
Yeah.
Punk is just I'm the voice of the voiceless. No, that was 20 years ago. The advent of social media, there's no such thing as the voiceless anymore. So you got to switch it up.
I mean, who does he think he's representing? I mean,
yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, So I don't know. It's just. I mean, it's okay. It works, but it's like, okay, you got to add a twist to it now. I like the thing with. I do like the thing with Drew McIntyre, though. It's a good story. It's good. But I think this cage match should be it. I mean, the Hell in a Cell should be it. Done. That's it. Complete. Finished.
We'll see.
They shouldn't turn into Flair and Dusty the last decades. No, this is it. Move on. Next.
It'll last forever.
Forever.
Zeus knew where I was going with that.
Get up!
We're gonna make I'm gonna get a bunch of clips of Bozilla talking and make a dance mix of it for James. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I love when she says it. That's awesome.
What's her theme music?
It just sounds like music for like a Kaiju. It's like it's like noises like that. Let me see if I can find out.
It's too bad she couldn't get the rights to use some of the theme music from a Godzilla flick. That would have been hot.
That would have been expensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have been. And then here comes Bozilla. That'd be hot.
You know, you might remember Hiroyo Matsumoto, who took part in the second Mae Young classic, James.
Vaguely.
She had like curly hair and dressed kind of in orange and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Her nickname for a long time was Lady Godzilla. Was what people knew her as. Lady Godzilla was her nickname. But the last 2 or 3 years is completely disappeared from her gimmick. Like she used to come out like in Japan stuff. She used to come out wearing like a mask of Godzilla and stuff like that she would take off when she got to the ring. All that stuff is gone the last 2 or 3 years. She's like, I don't even see people saying it anymore. I know there's still T-shirts from the past of it, but I don't see it.
Maybe Toho said,
Could be.
Copyright infringement is counterproductive.
I can't find what the theme song is for her.
She needs to be in NXT, man. She needs to be in the system. So we got a hot theme song, you get new gear, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't mind her gear. It's just she should have like bold colors. Red and black and.
Nah, she needs better gear. I think she needs a little bit more there's like a little black, a little red in it. And you know what? I'm going to keep going back to it. Like Vader. She needs to be, if any woman was going to be the female equivalent of Vader, this is it. This is her.
Well, I mean,
do it right.
In a way, but I mean, Vader had, he had a lot of history coming in too. Even though people didn't know him, and but I mean, it was quickly,
Yeah, right. Big Baby Bull or some shit like that. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he played for the LA Rams, and
yeah. But they could do it right, just like they did it with him. Do it. Yeah. She's young enough where you can actually start to build that mystique.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just turned 21 recently.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and look at Roxanne. She's 21. What? No, she's 22, 23. I mean, she's come a long way from TNA.
I don't think she was in Ring of Honor, and she was also in the Reality of Wrestling. I don't think she was in TNA. So.
Yeah, she was in.
No.
No, well,
no, man.
She was the women's champion in Ring of Honor.
In Ring of Honor, yeah, we had this exact conversation a week ago.
My sometimes is kicking in. Not all timers, just sometimes. Yeah, it's kicking in.
It's the same timers.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, fuck the both of you. Okay, I'm on like 37 medications. All right, shut up.
It's okay, James.
I forget shit.
Just be a fan.
Bingo! You guys are fucking killing me. I swear.
Oh my god.
Oh man, you and Zeus, man.
I
Jesus.
can't do it like Zeus. I apologize.
Nah, Zeus
I
doesn't
won't. Yeah,
good.
Zeus is.
He's all calm and he's all just be a fan. You know. So
I'm getting some information. Roxanne was in a match on Impact once, so she did do an Impact match.
okay.
Oh well, yes and no. It was in that. It was in that time period that Ring of Honor was part of AEW, and they were
Oh
doing the
yeah, I remember
transition.
that. I remember that.
So it
Yeah.
was they had her lose the Ring of Honor title to Deonna Purrazzo.
Who found her? Booker T did, right?
Yeah, and the
When she
reality
found
of
her Booker,
wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah.
He found her in a cocktail bar.
Yeah, he was like,
He
"Hey,
found the
little
way.
girl, I'm the five-time.
Do a spinneroonie for me.
5-time NXT Women's Champion."
Yeah, but she turned out to be a good. I always thought that she was too nice to be a heel, but she's turned out to be a pretty good heel.
She's doing all right.
Yeah, she's doing all right. I'm definitely digging that heel work.
Is she dropping the title to Julia?
Not now. No. That's a long ways. I understand WWE wants that next Oscar, but no, not yet. She is not Oscar.
It's different, James. She has in some ways she has a higher ceiling than Asuka even. Like,
I agree with that, Pedro. I do, but not yet.
I'm not saying it's going to play out that way for certain. There's nothing is for certain in the world, but I'm just saying she has that potential. Yes, Kana worlds like oceans of between them in terms of ability. Kana is a performer way ahead of her in almost every aspect. Like, charisma and this, but Julia has a lot of charisma of her own, and she's gonna do good with the story stuff, and she has such a better grasp of the English, which is gonna make a big difference. And that with the white passing thing is going to make a big difference in terms of her ceiling.
I agree. I totally agree. Now, does she have the potential to be more over than Asuka? Yes. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But all the things that you mentioned could play into it.
There's no telling. I mean, they're setting up for the future so good in the WWE for with the women. Like right now, you've got Rhea, you've got Liv Morgan is coming to her own finally after just annoying the fuck out of us with her porn faces and stuff. She's like coming into her own.
They finally found the thing that she's good at.
You've got Bianca, you've got you've got all these people. You still got Becky, you still got Bayley. You've got.
But you could slowly start phasing them out because they're getting up there. Number one.
That's what I'm saying. You've got these people, and then you've got Io Shirai, you've got Kairi Hojo. Kana is sort of in the thing, but she's like injured and she's getting older, anyways.
Isn't Asuka in the 40s already?
Yes. And so now on coming up. Look what they've got. You've got Tiffany's already there. Tiffy Time's already there.
She's good too.
Then you've got Roxanne. You've got
Lash Legend.
You got
Julia.
Soon you're gonna have Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah.
There's this girl. I don't know much about her, but people are crazy about her.
You got Fallon Henley.
Is she from Australia? The Delta. That girl Delta that people are excited about that they signed. So you've got these people like to bring up and potentially, as we keep alluding to, Bozilla in the future, potentially. You've got this whole class of people to replace the people who are super hot right now, like for them with the women. It's
Even
just
when Charlotte comes back, because she's up there too.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Charlotte Flair, do they?
No, everybody's pretty fucking tired of her.
I know you don't like her, Zeus.
I mean, well, the great thing is when she comes back this time, nobody's going to know who the fuck she is.
That is true. That is true.
She looks so different now. She looks so different now. It's just not even funny.
Yeah. Shame. I mean, her Natalia, too. I mean, you see Natalia lately? I was like, who's that? Her face morphed.
Yeah. She's, yeah.
Vanity. Brutal.
Vanity. Or are we going into like a Prince side project?
If you think I'm a nasty girl.
James, who did is it a Sex Shooter? That was another one of his deals, right? Sex Shooter.
Yeah. In my direction.
Is that Vanity or is that Apollonia? I don't remember.
I think that was Apollonia.
Okay. Sex Shooter. Sorry.
Apollonia. It's they have a good young crop of these women who are very athletic, who are being taught it's about the story. So they're all their facial expressions are working, their hand gestures, they're not just standing there in the middle of the ring holding a mic. They're moving, they have body language to go with it, so it's intriguing. It's not like just standing there going, I will kill you. No, it's they're actually doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just when you said hand gestures.
Yeah, because people just stand with their hand by the side when they're talking on the mic, and they don't do anything.
It's because of that.
Hand gestures, they have their hands in the air. They're pointing. They're actually using their hands to show expression as they speak.
It's because of that AI song that I put together, the hand jive, that I'm laughing. That when you said hand gestures, it just popped in my head.
Every time you say hand jive, I think of Grease. Yeah. Oh, the hand jive, baby.
Anyway,
but they have good They have a good young crop of women coming up, and it's going to be interesting. And yes, that they should sign Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Why not?
Her coming in and leaving is probably better. It's not like she cuts a great promo or anything.
Yeah.
To me, it depends on the business model that they're going for. Like, do they want TNA to be like a happy, like a partner, like a satellite thing? If that's the case, then you have Jordan Grace, come in and out, from NXT every so often, or whatever you have her on. You can, makes appearances, Royal Rumble or whatever. Maybe she's part of a Survivor Series, an old school Survivor Series match with women or something. It keeps sort of that little relationship hot and gives TNA some of that business uptick that TNA is getting with this current association with the WWE and NXT. So is that the game plan with her, or are you bringing her in proper to do something? Because if that's the case, you've got all these people who are younger and have less on their bump card is less filled out than her. So, and she's got the giant roided muscles. Like, I don't know, like that. I could just see that leading to an injury at some point for her. Because the muscles get a little fragile sometimes when you hit that juice too much. So
you can always keep her around too as a mentor for the ladies in the NXT. You know what I'm saying? As a, not in ring, but behind the scenes. You know,
I mean, do y'all know about
as a road agent? As a road agent for the women.
I think we may have talked about this, but do y'all know about Mako Satomura that she's retiring next year?
Yeah,
I think
she
in
would be
April.
perfect.
Well, when
She'd be
she's
perfect.
already said when she retires in April, she's like moving to the U.S. to be part of the training in the
Yeah, she'd be
foreign center.
perfect for all the foreign women that they're bringing in. You know what I'm saying? All the Japanese women that they want to bring in.
Well, they've already had. She's already been doing that job for
Yeah.
a while for the WWE. So every so often coming,
Was she doing that at NXT UK? Yeah, right?
she was doing that before then.
Oh, okay.
So like for a few years before she had the NXT UK run, they were flying her in every so often to help train in the WWE, the
Gotcha.
girls. And now the NXT UK thing was to eventually morph her, towards that role permanently. And now,
Until then, we got Charlotte Flair to look forward to. Yay!
what? But people probably be excited when she comes back.
Yeah,
This one
to
of
me,
her
Charlotte
longer
Flair is
breaks.
like a one-off.
This is
It's
one
a
of her
one-off.
longer breaks from wrestling.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, she had ACL, Pedro. I mean, that's not
Oh, that's true.
yeah. Her ACL surgery takes like 8-9 months. You know what I'm saying, to recover.
It used to be a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The
there's
kind
still,
of bumping that she does too. She needs that time off to recoup.
yeah. I mean, Charlotte still has some storylines to do. Because they teased her and Jade a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She still has to do the thing with Tiffy, with the Tiffy time or whatever.
Yeah.
You can even do her and Nia because they have some history and stuff.
I thought she was going to come out yesterday on SmackDown and challenge Nia.
And
I thought Charlotte, it was all set up for Charlotte Flair to come out.
Charlotte is the only 4-horsewoman that Bianca has yet to beat. So Bianca still has to beat her at some point. So
she has to start putting the younger people over too. I mean, let's get to that point.
well, she did finally put Rhea over pretty solidly. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I believe in Joe Hendry. I love Ethan Page as an NXT champ. He's killing it as the cocky asshole. He's doing it. Nobody likes him, and it's perfect. It works perfectly. I don't know what they're doing with Trick Williams, but But I'm down with Ethan Page.
Yeah, Trick Williams seems to have lost a little momentum, but
he, to me, it's like a limbo right now. Because so then you're not going to make him a champ, then put him in a high-profile feud. And if you're not going to put him in a high-profile feud, then what are you doing with him? You want to bring him up and be for Carmelo's sidekick again? No.
No, you can't. You can't go to that again.
No, you can't. So.
Well, what's Carmelo doing? Is he still in the Andrade feud?
Yeah. They had their last match yesterday at SmackDown, and
who won it?
Andrade. It was a good match, actually, and now Andrade faces LA Knight for the US drop. So you gotta work that.
As much grief as people deservedly or whatever gave Logan Paul, now that he's not the U.S. champion anymore, title doesn't seem as high profile. Sort of.
Yeah, I think LA Knight has a case of the Sami Zayns.
A little bit, doesn't he? You're right.
Yeah.
A little bit. People wanted the chase, but not the.
Right. It's an unremarkable run. It's like a sleepy run. It's like ho-hum. It's sleepy.
Well, some people are chasing it, than actually getting there.
Yeah, I mean, well, wasn't Dusty better at chasing it?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that,
No.
but we know, you had the 3 month. It's just that, the other times, I don't know. The first two times that he won the title, was still, everything was still under the NWA,
and the red banner.
Yeah, and then the third one, it was just Crockett in charge. So,
I mean, it was better when Sting was chasing it, right?
yeah. Well, but look at what they did with him afterwards.
Well, that they fucked that up.
Yeah, I mean Sting won the title, and then they did this Black Scorpion crap, and then
they totally dropped the ball on that.
They had him wrestle the Barbarian, and I mean they had some, they had the Jake the Snake thing was a little bit corny.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that, Zeus. Yeah.
I mean that wasn't great. I think they actually, I don't even think that was for the world title. I think that was after.
Yeah, I got to go back in my brain. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was after.
I remember that though. Yeah. Actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, because I mean, it could have. He should have been wrestling other horsemen. It should have just, instead of, I don't, the whole thing where, they just waited and then brought back, Flair as the Black Scorpion. It was just terrible. And then for Sting to lose it, and then in that terrible fucking match in the Meadowlands in the middle of a fucking snowstorm.
Yeah.
I mean,
oof. Even when Sting was chasing Hogan, it was, they
knocked it up when he got there.
Yeah, well, that's a whole difference. That's a whole thing.
When he had to, first the Starrcade fuck up, and then
yeah.
Then him actually winning the belt. I mean, it's
just yeah. Brutal.
I just saw something. They had Bozilla lose a match by countout.
Who'd she wrestle? Fucking Yano?
Mai Sakurai. Remember the girl who Julia had her last Hurricane Hall match, the one you and I watched, Zeus?
Yeah.
That girl, she beat Bozilla by countout. Via countout with the Paradise Lock. Oh, is that the thing where you tie the person up?
Yes. Jesus. That's fucking stupid.
Yep. She needs to be in NXT after hearing that. That's it. Ship her off. Throw a fucking stamp on her forehead and put her in the mailbox.
But James, at least in these pictures, you can see her. Well, never mind. Her butt up in the air.
Well, I mean, I mean, this is you have to get her while she's young, so she's moldable. Right.
That came off completely inappropriate afterwards.
I know, but you understand what I'm saying,
Yes,
but don't wait till she develops bad habits.
She needs the good habits too.
I mean, they had it in Raquel Gonzalez. I mean, not her fault that she got sick. They had it. She was young, she was moldable. They had it. They dropped the ball with her on the main roster, but they had it. But now there's no longer Vince, so they can do it. They can take their time and do it right with Bozilla.
Take your time, do it right.
Yeah, because as soon as Raquel hit the main, as soon as she hit the main roster, they dropped the ball.
Yeah, very sad.
Then she got sick, and boom, that was it. I don't even know she's coming back. Is she coming back?
I don't know.
No, I heard she's still battling.
I saw a post from her on Instagram like last night. I hadn't seen anything from her in like forever until I saw that post. So
because that skin condition is bad. Wow.
So anything coming up this next week? James, you got any DJing stuff or?
I think I'm doing one on Friday. Yeah, man. I'm ready.
Did you do a set last night? How did that go?
Yes, I did. The set went well yesterday. I had a lot of listeners, so it was pretty good.
What was your crowd count?
About 160, 170, somewhere around there.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pedro had a great set.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, because you had your birthday celebration, right?
Yeah, I had 190 viewers in total last night.
Nice, good job, Mr. Fucking Boyd.
Mr. Fucking
right?
Boyd. I'm Mr. Fucking Boyd now.
Mr. Fucking Boyd. Hey, Zeus. Just be a fan.
Yeah, James. That's what I tell Stephanie when never mind.
Poor thing.
Be a fan, baby. Dun, dun, dun.
We had the all live learn episode. We only did 13 songs in total because it takes a while to learn the songs live.
Only 13 songs, like an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, usually I think in a 3-hour stream I get in about the average is around 24 to 27 songs, but it was easier on the voice to just do a lot of goofing around and talking.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was a lot more fun too.
People seem to enjoy the stream a lot, so it was. A big thank you to everyone who treated me.
It's hard for me to come in on a Friday because I'm doing my own shit.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have been there for your birthday. I would have loved to have been there for your birthday show.
Yeah,
live.
I'm just live.
Well, technically his birthday was Thursday, so don't feel bad.
But the birthday show's Friday, yeah.
I mean, that's what I was telling people leading up to the stream. I kept saying, don't feel bad about giving me like a hard time, like challenges on the show because it's the day after my birthday. It's not my real birthday. Next year, I think my birthday falls on a Friday next year, so potentially it will actually be a legit birthday stream next year.
Yeah, so the way the calendar works is that unless it's leap year, it's the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Zeus, you got anything going on this week?
No, nothing good.
Nothing good. I'm just hopping around with the traveling whore.
What?
Yeah.
We're going to Charlie the Butcher's.
Just been working on this stuff and just posting here and there, and
that book's gonna come out so good, man. I can't wait. That thing's gonna come out so good.
I'm literally working on it right now.
Yeah. You kind of paint yourself in the corner, right, Zeus? Because that thing's gonna be so good that everybody's gonna want more.
Yeah. Right.
So you're gonna have to keep working.
That's the worst part is that to have to go, okay, all right. So I don't know when issue 2 will come out.
Yeah.
Like unless I can get people to do a Kickstarter to fund me for $50,000 so I can take a year off of work to do it.
That's not a bad idea.
Hold on here.
I'm sure we could fundraise some way, right?
A whole year's salary, James?
No, I don't. Well, I know. I'm sure people were kicking some money for a good comic. Fuck yeah.
Okay, everyone needs to check out Zeus's Instagram for the comic Lady Blue Mane.
Yeah, man, that shit is hot. Look at that thing.
Yeah, look, here's the Funko deal he's working on. Look at this. Here you get the.
I like to see her go up against Bozilla.
Well, she's got a giant sword and just lop her head off.
Yeah, there you go. Chop that shit right off. Yeah, I got your Godzilla right here, biatch.
Let's see. This week coming up, Tuesday, I'll be looking at cards. I don't know what cards. I don't really have any new cards to look at.
So don't do any more WCW cards, please.
No more. The other
those were brutal.
Wednesday and Friday.
Pedro, I would highly suggest checking out eBay and seeing what kind of deals are on there, because I mean, there's probably some stuff that's you might be able to snag some fun stuff up for next to nothing.
Those alien cards that you did, Pedro, were good, man. You can get more like cards like that, but from like old school movies like that, that'd be kind of cool.
There are a number of vintage cards I can still get from the places I've been getting them. It's just
I'm gonna put in a request right now, live on air. Okay. For a future a request for a future looking at cards episode. Okay. Buy some Star Trek cards.
So I can. There's quite a few actually.
Really?
I'll even like show you.
I'll do Next Generation. You want to do Next Generation? That's awesome, man. Do some Next Gen shit. It's hot. Get the Borg. Resistance is futile. That's exactly what I told Lux's mom. What? Oh.
Let's see. Did the Borg first appearance?
Huh?
What season was the Borg's first?
I believe it's
the fourth?
The end of 2.
Oh, end of 2. Okay.
Yeah, the towards the end of 2, and then 3 is when they made the big one, the big thing. But I think in the middle, towards the end of 2, is when Q showed them the Borg. Yeah. Because Jean-Luc Picard became very arrogant towards Q. He was like, "Look, I got the strongest ship in the fleet. I can go anywhere. I can beat anybody." And then Q was like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you species that don't give a shit about any of that." And poop, he snapped his fingers, and the Borg popped up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, right. Remember that?
Yeah.
Then season 3 led to the best of both worlds, a whole episode.
I want the best of both worlds.
Resistance is futile.
You can't resist Sammy Van Hagar.
Oh God, please!
They got so tired and stuff. But
Sammy
everyone
Hagar,
have a great week ahead. James, stay healthy, please.
I'm doing my thing. I plan to be here next Saturday, so let's do it.
Well, but look after your health first and foremost.
I'm doing it. I'm doing what I can, Pedro.
Everyone have a great time.
Yeah, but thanks to B. Brian Bell for hanging out in the Chizat.
Thanks for hanging out, Brian Bell.
And fucking Ronnie Garvin sucks balls. There you
go. Safe travels to Brian Bell. I know he's got to go. He's got a week ahead in Chicago. So
so make sure you make that left turn at Albuquerque.
And we'll see y'all next week, God willing. And adios.
Peace. I am a real